Oluwamayowa,
Hi.
thank you for being here today.
You're welcome, Peter.
It's an honor to have you here today. Can I just say congratulations on your recent promotion?
Thank you very much.
You are now the deputy level lead for foundation year.
Yes.
It's an honor.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Well
very much, Peter.
deserved.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to dive straight into my questions. How long have you worked for GBS? What is your GBS story?
Thank you very much, Peter. I joined this very wonderful organization on the 5th of June last year. And I've spent about a year and 3 months now. And it's been a wonderful roller coaster. Let me describe it that way. Yes. It's been a time of learning.
Yes.
It's been a time of teaching.
Yes.
It's been a time of embedding culture and diversity
Yes.
with all the wonderful staff, students, the entire GBS family. It's been a wonderful time.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you.
It's Black History Month here at GBS. And the UK, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Thank you very much, Peter, for that question. Black History Month, for me, in simple terms, is Black History Month, what defines us as humans. Okay? There are more things, there are more attributes that integrate us as humans than those that divide us, if only we understand that Black History Month and everything about us is humanity. The human race. That's what it's about.
Oh, that's a great one. I mean, you are also a Black History Month speaker for this year with a topic, Reclaiming Our Stories. What inspired you to choose this theme for your talk?
Thank you very much, Peter, for this very important question. The world is a global village now.
It is indeed.
So it is important that we put out the correct narratives. We put out the truth. We identify with history. Okay? It is important that if there are any misconceptions, especially about Blacks, we correct these misconceptions. So the whole idea about the talk that I'll be giving later today is to create that awareness,
Yes.
give the enlightenment through the lens of history so that everyone would understand, even from an academic point of view, that we need to reclaim that concept Black. We need to reclaim it and focus on the positives and learn from what the Blacks have done through history.
I think
Thank you very much.
That's very key. What role do you think storytelling plays in shaping identity, resilience, both personally and in the wider Black community?
Thank you very much, Peter. Storytelling. That's a very important concept. As humans,
Yes.
we are products of our experiences.
Yes.
Especially our lived experiences. As humans, we are social beings. We come from families.
Yes.
We exist in communities. Stories are the means by which you transmit information from generation to generation, by which we transmit heritage, generation to generation. So storytelling, for me, is an integral part of the human society. It is therefore important, it is imperative that the right stories are told, that the true stories are told, so that generation after generation not only understand, but they are able to learn from the truth over time. Thank you.
Oh, that is really good. I love the way you explained it. I've been very keen. We're talking about stories now. For the benefit of the viewers and myself, because I've been keen to ask the question, what does Oluwamayowa mean? Because I've been wanting to ask.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. My first name is Oluwamayowa.
Yes.
Okay? Given to me by my parents, who are from southwestern Nigeria, Yoruba tribe, culture. Okay. And Oluwamayowa means Oluwa, that's God, Mayowa has brought joy.
Oh, wow.
So if you put that together, my name is God has brought
joy.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, and I've tried everywhere I've done.
You bring joy. You bring joy wherever you go to reflect on your name. That's a good story. That's part of storytelling. I was keen to know that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter.
That's very powerful. So, who are some historical and contemporary Black figures whose stories of resilience and empowerment inspire you, and why?
Thank you very much, Peter. I'm going to be giving examples of these inspirations over time, historical figures. I'll just mention a few, Harriet Tubman, Professor Wole Soyinka, Professor Chinua Achebe, even Chimamanda Adichie. Okay, Dr. Okonjo Iweala, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, There are so many of them. But I would just like to talk about Professor Wole Soyinka.
Okay.
Yes, he had his first degree in a university in Nigeria.
Okay.
And gradually, he was able to lead certain movements in terms of making a transportation within the campus more flexible, more robust. And he's an erudite scholar, in fact, a Nobel laureate. Okay, and I've read so many of his works and his books right through, my education. And there is this particular one that, comes to mind. Permit me to say it, the title, Ogboju Ode Ninu Igbo Nrumole. Okay, that's from the Yoruba.
What does that mean?
Okay, so let me explain. It is the courageous warrior's experience in the evil forest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it tells a story about this warrior that goes into the forest, and it's a Yoruba folklore. It's still on storytelling.
Okay.
But Professor Wole Soyinka was able to write a very erudite rendition of the events. If you read that story, it's quite enlightening, and it's almost like you're there, reflecting the experiences of the warrior when the warrior was attacked by spirits and a lot of this. But the courage of the warrior to achieve the aim by which that warrior went into that particular forest. And that was the most important part of the story, the courage of the warrior, despite all the challenges.
That is very inspirational. I mean, I'm part of the Igbo in Nigeria, and I know we have loads of stories which are a little bit, which resonate with each other. That's really very inspirational. So how do you hope your talk and leadership would inspire others during this Black History Month and beyond?
Thank you very much, Peter. The first thing I would like to say is leaders lead from the front. So my approach is that I am a servant leader. So whatever I ask others to do, I do it first. I know how to do it. I support others to do it. And I lead by example. Yes. You lead from the front. So in terms of leadership, that is my mantra.
That's beautiful.
Okay. And now that I have a leadership position as deputy level lead, it is my duty to bring my experiences in the classroom over the course of my lived experiences in education.
Yes.
Both in the UK and back in my home country.
Yes.
To bring compassion, to embed equality, diversity, inclusive learning environment, to create that for our students. That's my leadership style and approach.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Peter.
It's amazing. What advice would you give to the Black professionals or students who are navigating their journeys of identity and resilience?
Thank you very much, Peter. So I would say to everyone who identifies as Black, you are unique, you are special. Always remember that. So tell yourself every day, yes, you are unique, you're special. And secondly, because you are special and you are unique, identify with who you are. Identify with your roots, identify with your culture, identify with your personality. It is important. Okay, because there are so many great things about you. So the first thing I would say is identify with it. When you identify with it, you will be able to learn, you'll be able to understand, and you will be able to contribute to the human race. Okay? Each and every one of us has got lots of things to give to this world.
Yes.
The question is, why am I here? Ask yourself that question. You are here because you have a unique purpose to fulfill in humanity. Go ahead and do that with your personality. Thank you very much.
That's great. That's great. I mean, who has been your source of inspiration? Oluwamayowa.
Thank you very much, Peter. I've had so many wonderful, scholars, teachers over time. But I think I'll begin with my parents. Yes, my parents were my first inspiration. My mom being a professional nurse, my dad a professional geologist, my late grandfather was a federal minister in Nigeria. So I come from a family where, number one, education is held in very high esteem.
Yes.
In fact, my father told me that when I was much younger, he said, education is the inheritance the only inheritance I bequeath to you.
Yes.
And that has been my running mantra as a child. Learn to learn.
Learn to learn.
Learn to learn. Learn to get the experiences, get the knowledge, be open, be ready to absorb. The world has so much to give.
Yes.
So that's the first inspiration. And of course, the erudite scholars who have taught me over time, especially in my university. I would want to mention Professor Akonde. Yes, Professor S.O. Akonde. Yes, he taught me geology at the University of Ilorin. Specifically, a course in 400 level, he taught us then. He also taught us in 300 level. But this particular one in 400 level, it was such that there was no need for him to take attendance. Do you know why? Because Professor Akonde is an embodiment. He's a magnet of humanity. He understood the compassionate pedagogy.
Wow.
He understood it 120%, if there is anything like that.
Yes.
He would always encourage us. Apart from teaching us, he would encourage us. I know you are struggling as students. I know it's not easy. I have studied in Nigeria and abroad. I understand, but you can do it. You know, the motivation, every lecture. In fact, there are some lectures when the professor comes in, it's just motivation. He tells us, you know, almost everything about life. The price of a bottle of Coca-Cola. He will tell us how much it is in Nigeria and in the US, but you can do it.
Oh, wow.
And that's the most important part. He was always encouraging us. And therefore, all students naturally would just make sure that they attend the class. And that's my focus as deputy level lead. Can we create that magnetic environment, with inclusive environment, with compassion? So that students are drawn to attend class, to want to be educated, to want to learn. I mean, just create that environment and the natural magnet is there.
That's amazing.
And then we can educate the entire world.
And this is beautiful because that works in line with one of our values here at GBS. Yes. We care for our students.
Yes.
You know, compassionate pedagogy. That's amazing. And finally, can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Thank you, Peter. Well, first of all, I'm dutiful. Yes. Diligent.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a team player.
Wow. Oluwamayowa, it's been a great pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you for all you do at GBS, and thank you for all your contributions for Black History Month.
Thank you, Peter.
Keep shining.
I will. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.